Hey guys, welcome back to UnderTheory. Yesterday we discussed on how Asriel Dreamer turned into Photoshop Cloudy at the end of the neutral run and why that happened. Today we're going back seeing our friend Asriel Dreamer once again, but this time we're talking about something different. Something that no player has probably ever thought of in the history of Undertale, specifically no theorist. But everyone's newest theorist, Final Countdown Gaming, is back again, showing you more UnderTheory videos. And today we are discussing, is Asriel Sans' brother? Yes, Asriel Dreamer, the one who tried to kill you at the end of the True Pacifist run. Brother of this pacifist who ends up being the strongest monster in all of Undertale. But anyway, as we all know, at the end of the True Pacifist run, we find Asriel Dreamer, claimed to be the son of Asgore and Toriel Dreamer. When we fight him, we notice immensely difficult attacks for the player to avoid, such as the Shocker Breaker, and most importantly, the Hyper Goner. As previously explained in my last theory, the Hyper Goner has an extreme resemblance to the Gaster Blaster from the Sans fight. And some believe Sans being the son of W.D. Gaster, which explains where he got that weapon. When I asked myself how Asriel could have gotten an extremely powerful weapon like that, a completely, quote, timeline purging device, I was absolutely clueless. I looked all over my evidence from last video, then it hit me. Asriel was only under the care of Asgore because of Gaster's death. He is the son of Gaster. Even so, Toriel could have married Gaster before his death, which would explain Asriel's goat-like appearance. Of course, in case you've never seen Toriel, this is Toriel, goat mom, and Sans, skeleton, Asgore. Anyway, so let's keep going. So much points to this, knowing how similar Asriel's dialogue is to Sans' dialogue in terms of vocabulary and, most importantly, knowledge of the timelines, just like Gaster. His experiment that was said to cause his death was a timeline jumper for G's sake. These Asriel Dreamer quotes stood out a lot. Quote, I don't care about controlling this world anymore. After I beat you and take control over the timeline, I just want to reset everything. End quote. Open quote. Now it's time to purge this timeline once and for all. End quote. Number 3, your determination, the thing that keeps you going, is going to be your downfall. Number 4, all your progress, all your friends' memories, I'll bring them all back to 0. Then we can do everything all over again. And you know what the best part is? You'll do it. And then you'll lose to me again and again. Now, this last quote about determination, I included this because when you go to the True Lab, you notice Gaster's determination machine, which injected determination into monsters, which is how Undyne is so determined to kill you in the genocide run. Next quote. Every time you die, your grip on the world slips away. Every time you die, your friends forget you a little more. Still hanging on, in a few moments, you'll forget everything. You will die in a place where no one remembers you. This clearly sounds like something Sans would say. For anyone who's ever played the Sans boss fight, you can clearly see a resemblance. For example, here's one of his quotes. Our report showed a massive anomaly in the space-time continuum. Let me guess that's your fault, isn't it? End quote. It honestly just shows they have to both be related to the Mystery Man himself, which I will explain in our theory at another time. According to Gaster's followers, they explain a little bit on why Toriel married Asgore later on. Number 1, this is from follower 3. Quote, he scattered across time and space. This is from follower number 1. Quote, he fell into creation. And finally, from John Kidd, the 4th Gaster follower said to be, have you ever wondered on how life would be where no one remembers? John's quote was basically repeated by Asriel Dreamer during this fight. Quote, every time you die, your grip on this world slips away. Every time you die, your friends forget you a little more. Still hang on a few moments, you'll forget everything. You will die in a place where no one remembers you. Just look at the evidence. Where John Kidd is literally repeating Asriel's truest form, almost last words. Being tied to Gaster obviously shows there has to be a connection. The craziest theory I've been able to come up with is that Asriel wants to reset everything back to zero to bring back Gaster. I mean, it works along with all the evidence. No evidence against it. Why would Asriel just want to reset everything if there was literally no motive behind it except keeping you in the underground? There has to be a greater purpose. WD Gaster. For a little bit more information, some say I am going to do another theory on this, but in basics, we know WD Gaster is the scientist behind the determination extractor and also the timeline jumper, as I stated about earlier. Now, what we don't know on who he is how he died. The little we know comes from these Gaster followers, as I mentioned earlier. These Gaster followers basically give us hints on what happened. And what this did just really shows what reason Asriel might actually want to see his actual father back. Because we know Asgore, he doesn't seem that interested in his son, or said to be son, maybe even stepson on the way we're going. But if you look, when you fight this man, Asriel Dreamer, he doesn't mention a thing. He doesn't seem worried about anything. But Toriel, since she's been alone for so long, she has no one in her house and she's been alone for the past, 500 years? But anyway, and if she lost 2 people, and if Gaster counts, that's 3. Do you think she would be a little overprotective of you? As you see in the freaking fight, all she cares about is keeping you safe, and she doesn't want you to leave the underground. She would even destroy the exit because she knows about how every single human that's fallen into the underground has left the ruins and then got killed by Asgore, as we know. Now, of course, we don't know that's exactly how they died for sure, but we are almost 100% certain. Toriel wants so bad to protect the human that because she's already lost 3 people, her own son and possibly 2 people she married. This is absurd. Some people, it just, if we were in the place of that, would we go crazy? Yes, we would. And basically, all this to say that there just had to be something different because Toriel's emotion on Asriel is 10 times different than Asgore's. But all this saying that Asriel is W.D. Gaster's son, it sounds crazy because we hardly even know who Gaster is. But based on what we know, we can basically decide on who this mystery man is. As I said, many theories people have made decide on Gaster being Sans' father. But since Asriel and Sans are very similar people, then it honestly makes sense. Sans looks like his father, Asriel looks like his mother. It just works because they just it's so hard to explain, guys, but it just makes sense that there had to be a connection. Otherwise, how in the world would Asriel have gotten that hyper goner, as I said earlier, and that you might have saw in last video if you saw it. Please be sure to check it out if you haven't seen that video. Because that weapon, if you look at the comparisons, they're very similar. If you look up on Google images of the Gaster Blaster and then compare it to the Hyper Goner, there's so much resemblance, it's not even funny. So, all that to be said, in summary, we know that Sans and Asriel are both important fights in the underground. And we have come up with the idea that Sans and Asriel, being both brothers related to Gaster, the mystery man himself, a few quotes Asriel said during his fight are very similar to the things Sans said during the judgment in the genocide run. They both being similar, showing a relation to Gaster, since many other theories point to Sans being related to Gaster. In Asriel's fight, he wants to reset everything to possibly bring his father, Gaster, back after he lost him all those years ago. So, I know this is only a work in progress. As we learn more about Gaster, we might even change this theory, because all we know, all we are told so far, and that we officially know that I've mentioned to you guys, is that he shattered across time and space, which we don't understand yet, and just what the Gaster follower said. He fell into his creation, and no one remembers him, according to the 3 followers I mentioned. Where is Gaster follower 2? We'll talk about him more in the Gaster video. I'll try to get that uploaded tomorrow. I'm sorry about the wait for Fortnite. I'm trying to get a video going for you guys because I know Fortnite is awesome. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Undertale theories, and maybe even some more theories of other games that are not Undertale. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you guys next time.